Porsha. We are live, baby. We are live. Let me see what we doing.
Live, okay.
We live. We live. We live. Okay. Hey. Welcome to the Money Mindset Solutionist
So
podcast.
did y'all get
Huh? What
nothing?
did you
I'm
say?
sorry. I know you was doing your introduction thing. I didn't know you was doing the introduction. Go
I
ahead.
was. Okay. Welcome to the Money Mindset Solutionist podcast. This is where we talk about self development and how we get our money up. It's go hand in hand. Self development, self improvement. Look at you, how, how you say it's self improvement. So this is my girl Taji. Every year, several times a year. Oh my God. Every year, several times a year, we have these conversations about what's going on in current events, what's going on in the reality shows, right, Taji? Can you hear me?
Yep, all the time. Did you see that show? Did you see that show?
Right? And I mean, we be on the phone
Yep.
for hours. So I just thought, like, why don't we bring this to the stage? Which is not really a stage, but it's
Right.
like the same conversation we had, same time YouTube was be on there talking about different shows in reality. We do this all the time. So let's have a
Right.
conversation here. So
Right.
did you see the thumbnail for this that I made? You saw all the
I
people in the
did.
thumbnail?
I
Wait,
did. Yes.
did you see Diddy do it? Did you understand that?
Yes. Well, yes, because that came from 50 Cent. He the one that
Right,
had
exactly.
he got a Netflix coming out with that.
I said that was
Yeah.
perfect. That was perfect. He sold the show to Netflix, and did he do it? That was perfect. So because we talking about that one, let's start with Diddy. What did you think about that? About everything, but more so about the abuse.
It was disgusting just to see the video. The video just got on my nerves. I was so upset. Like I always was like, that's my brother. That's my brother. Like he was about fun. Well, what I've seen, just about fun,
Right.
dancing, having a good time. Like I was like, that's my brother in my head. And then when she put that when she sued him and that came out, I was like, what? I was like, that can't be true. But you know what the funny thing is? They whole time I always used to see them together. I used to say that I never saw like them be lovey-lovey to each other. I never seen them. It was just like she was his arm candy. That's all it was to me. Like I
Right.
used to
His
say
arm
that.
piece.
And then there was one video that I seen like years ago. She was sitting like at a table or in a house with him, and he came over and he gave her a kiss. That was the only affection or the
That you ever
only
see.
like PDA or that I've ever seen. And I thought that was just so strange. So when that lawsuit came out, I was like, nah, that ain't true. That ain't true. And then I wasn't like that ain't true. I just was like I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. I just thought that was the craziest thing. And then of course when the video broke, it was just like icing on the cake. It was like,
Oh my
damn.
God. Well,
Yeah.
I think I felt like you always feel like that. Puffy is a brother. He's like a cousin. You can relate to him. You happy to see a brother
Yeah.
making it, black excellence and things like that. I did a piece on him. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I did do a piece on him. I'm gonna put the link to that in the comments. So if you didn't see it, go back and see it. But after a
Mhm.
while, when certain allegations came up, when he had those making the bands and he had them walking to, doing egregious stuff, like things are
Walking across the
just a
bridge to
little
get
bit.
the cheesecake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was just a little ridiculous for me. But along the line,
Mm.
so when the Cassie stuff came out, you said you were shocked when she first sued. I wasn't at that point. I wasn't shocked anymore. I had
Really? I
been
was.
known
Like,
about him.
nah, that ain't true.
I had been known about him, and it's not so much just this. Like this is one aspect of the negativity that he exudes. So, like I said, is taking advantage of people, taking their money, beating up certain girls. It wasn't just her. It was what's the hung girl? What's her name? I forgot the Asian woman. I just had her name. Every time I get on camera, I can't remember anybody's name. But anyway, it was her, it was Cassie, it was a lot of things. But the abuse thing was, it struck home for me because I was in an abusive situation when I was younger. So you think that, wow, all these years just hearing about it and then seeing it, it really
Yeah.
struck a deep chord. It made me, it triggered me, and it made me feel like, wow, I thought I was over this. I thought
Yeah.
that I was done with this, but it just did something inside of me that made me feel so much more animosity towards that person. And it felt like, damn. And I understood. People said, oh, well, she must have stolen something from him. There's no way in the world somebody can do that to you. But I could tell you, when you're dealing with somebody who has insecurities, that's how they act. They don't want you to leave. They don't want you to get away. You don't know when the smack or the punch is coming. So it is hard. I totally get it. And people, I had a conversation with somebody on Instagram. I don't even know who it was. They was like, well, ain't no way in the world I'm staying in that relationship that long. When you're a victim, it's hard to get out because you're trying to figure out how to climb out of this. That's why this is so important to me when I talk about self love and self worth and all this that helps you build yourself up, because the two mindsets meet each other. They attract each other. The victim and the prayer, they are attracted to each other. So that's why both parties need to know how to do some self development work. So that was really triggering for me.
Mm.
And have you ever been in an abusive situation?
Yeah.
Physical?
Never physical. No.
Oh,
No.
the
Never
person
physical.
who abused me was abusive mentally, emotionally, and physically. That's terrible. So
Mm.
imagine how much you got
Yeah.
to climb out of that and get yourself together so that you can be in a better space to not. And I've never gone through that ever, ever again, ever again. So here's the next question. What do you feel about Joe Button and
Yeah.
Tahiry?
Um, that's crazy. I don't put nothing past anyone at this point, especially the guys in the industry, the girls as well. But it may be some truth to it. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So
So you didn't
there's
watch
probably
Love and
some
Hip
truth
Hop?
to that.
Did you watch them on Love and Hip Hop?
I was like, I was in and out of it for different seasons. I was in it more. Some seasons, depending on the cast, I was out of it. So I was in and out, but I do know who they are, and I do know that I do remember when he proposed to her. Like, so I know they had kind of a toxic relationship. So
Well,
I don't put nothing
right.
past anybody. But I
That
know
that
she put out a statement.
I used to watch them, and it appeared on TV that the abuse was both ways, but the way he spoke up so adamantly about this, like, I feel people who are abusers have the nerve to speak up and say something. So again, the person that I said I went through this with happens to be a person who speaks up about this stuff, and this, I'm looking at them like, what? The same way she's looking at him. But I would prefer if a person who did something like that would own what they've done and say something like, like, I used to be
Right.
like that. And that's crazy how now looking back, that's how I look. Say something about your indiscretions, about what happened, and then
Like
go
that.
on and say what you got to say.
Right.
Do not come on here trying to act like you didn't do this. And then again, there are other women who came out about him. There was like what's her name?
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody named Rocky, somebody named I forgot what the other person's name was. It was another woman. It was at least two or three other women who came out talking about Joe Button had abused them or whatever. And
And this was
so I
after
just,
Tahari's
yeah, this is right. This is after, well, they had been talked about this. This is talked about years ago. So the way he went in on Puffy and how he said that Puffy has a lot of nerve, the things that he said about him, now they bringing up, people are digging up all his old stuff and saying one girl was pregnant by him, and he supposedly had stomped the baby out, or she had a miscarriage. So she was far along enough to know that they was having a girl. So the abuse is like really blatant, and then everybody is in denial about what they doing to these people. But if you remember, I don't know if you watched Marriage Boot Camp, but Tahiry was on there with Vado. She was throwing apples at him, and then
I saw
after a
that.
while,
Yeah.
yeah, after a while, he was like, "What?" I guess it must have sunk in that night or the day before. He tried to choke her on the show. It's like, what the hell? So it's abuse from both sides in that area. In
Right.
that
Yeah.
area, it's
I
abuse
did see that.
on both sides. And then Evelyn, um, from Basketball Wives, was it Lozado? She
Right.
chimed in. But then
Yes.
people say, well, what about how you bully the girls on Basketball Wives? What about you, hitting them, jumping over tables, fighting them? So I could totally understand. It's like people are seeing what's happening to them, but nobody's seeing what they're doing to other people. So I don't condone abuse on any side. It doesn't matter who it is. You know, don't put your hands on people. Don't do stuff like that. So that was really,
Mm.
really, really, it's effective, meaning that it
Yeah,
affects
that's
people.
interesting you said that because I seen her speak out.
Huh?
I
What you
seen her
say?
speak out, I seen I seen her speak out and make that post. But I didn't see people saying that she jumped over tables, and she got nerve to be speaking about that situation because she was kind of
Right.
bullying people and stuff. I didn't see people react to her comment, but I did see her comment, and I thought it was good that she put that out there. But now when you bring that part of the story up, I'm like, oh yeah, she did do that or whatever. But I mean,
Right.
it's still, her point is still valid because
Right.
people are still,
Exactly. But
yeah.
that's my point. Her point is valid, and the people she's done things to has a valid point against her as well. So how
Mm-hmm.
Tahiri says Joe did this to her, and what about what you did to Vado? So
Yeah.
encompass everything that's being done, and like I said, take a stance, take accountability, because there's no healing if you don't take ability
Yeah.
for what you've done. And that's what Joe was trying to say about Diddy. Like, why is he not taking accountability? This guy is like, he's not in tune, he's not focused or whatever. And I'm like, really? And like I said,
Mm-hmm.
the person who did it to me, how are you talking about him being somebody being a woman beater or whatever? Like, are you serious? Are you serious? So
Right.
it's very triggering, and it's hard for the person who's been abused to sit back and watch the other person say that. It's like, so that's when Tahiri, I see how she jumped in, like the irony. You saw her post. She said the irony, like, really, like, you really thought that
Mm-hmm.
you gonna get up here and say that after you did this, and that to me. And then I really didn't like his response because, like I said, he didn't take any accountability for what happened. Even if he's trying to say that he didn't do it to her, which I doubt it. Like I said, I watched the show and I saw some parts of that, but just take accountability. You did it, and you was in a dark
Yeah.
space or whatever. He also said when he started Revolt, Diddy had said to him, "You could do
Yeah.
whatever you want, have fun,
Right. Because
but
we all
don't put
know
your hands."
the best apology, and we all know the best apology is change behavior. So even if you change, confess that and say you changed,
That's so
and that
funny.
used to be me at one time.
Right. That's exactly what he said. So nobody's saying they did anything. Everybody's Diddy's trying to say that was a bad point. I feel like it's a power play. People who abuse people, it's about power. How I got out of my situation, I spoke up. And I'm saying I'm not going through this no more. I'm not doing it. So a person can only abuse you enough to feel like they got power over you. Once they feel that you're not afraid of them anymore, then they lost that power. So it
Right.
is a matter of speaking up and saying exactly what you need to say to get out of the situation. But everybody does not have the confidence to do that. I wish that we could do that. That's what I'm saying. That's what this channel is about, helping people overcome certain situations so that they're not in that, still trapped in that mindset of I have to be here, I have to stay. Because I felt like I was trapped. I felt like I was smothered. I felt like I was
Mm.
trapped. So talking about this is kind of,
Therapeutic.
helping me kind of get past it because I felt like I was past that. I haven't spoken to that person in years. I haven't, had any communications. I never thought about that. But once I seen them talking, that bothered me a lot. That
Right.
bothered me.
Right.
So
I'm sure.
I felt like I can't deal with this. So let's hop on over to Huntsville.
Okay.
So have you been watching it? Did you watch last season or did you know anything about what happened?
I was in and out of last season. I wasn't that faithful as I've been in the past. I've watched, the earlier seasons faithfully, but I kind of
Right,
fell
because you're
off
the
of
one who
it.
told me about it. I mean, I
I
had to binge
did.
watch it.
Right. In the beginning, it was good, and then it got a little messy or whatever. But I'm up to speed to what's going on now.
Okay, so like like you said, you told me about the show. I was watching it. Then I just felt like I got to a point where I don't even like these reality shows anymore. I'm kind of turned off,
Hmm.
and I'll tell you different things. The reason what pulled me a little bit into this one is about Destiny
Hmm.
and Stormy and Moses.
Okay.
That that's what made me say like what the heck is going on here now?
So, what do you think about that? Do you think she was wrong?
Who, Sunny?
Yes.
I absolutely think she was wrong. First of all, she's a
Mhm.
producer, right? So you know what a
Right.
producer does. They talk to you, they get all your information, they create a storyline for you. So she's gathered all this
Right.
information and kind of, you know, befriended Destiny in a way. So her okay, so let's say what happened and then I'll tell you what I say. So the Sunny the producer married Destiny's ex-boyfriend. I don't care if he was the ex, he was just about to be the ex, whoever he was. It's like, how did that happen? Like, I have a problem with that. Do you?
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
have a problem with it or
Yeah.
no?
Do I have a problem with it? Do I
Yeah.
have a problem with it?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I,
Oh,
I thought I thought the producer was definitely wrong.
so she comes on and says, because first of all, now she's no longer the producer. What she had stopped, she said for a year, she wasn't a producer. Then she says that, well, he wasn't in her any scenes with her. I met him like one time. I don't care. It doesn't matter when you met him, what scenes he was in or without. They had a long distance relationship, so you know all her personal business. And I don't really like Destiny, so I
Right.
don't really. It's not like I really care about Destiny. I'm just talking about the principle of the matter. And people's like, "Oh, that's girl code." That's just human respect. That's self respect for yourself. It's not even about
Yeah.
you respecting or disrespecting the next person. That's integrity. That's
Hmm.
lack of integrity.
Hmm.
She told
Hmm.
you all her
Yeah.
business. She thought you were a friend. Y'all hung out and kikied every now and then. Not, I mean, you're not. She's saying, well, she's not a friend of mine. I don't have a. She made those excuses. That's not my friend. She is not a person who's like I would respect. I would respect a friend. She wasn't dating him continuously. They had a long distance. All the stuff that she came up with had no. I even went to her page and all these people are telling her, "Girl, get your man. Girl, go ahead and live your life." I'm like, what? Nobody's
Yeah. Go ahead.
nobody's saying anything to tell her like, "Girl, you wrong," and you know you wrong. and I've seen her on several platforms where she's continued to go. They pegged him as someone who's using these women to get where he wants to be. I don't know where he wants to be, but now he's on the show. And then even though she's a producer, she's been in the background. Clearly she wants to be in the forefront. She wants to be
Yeah.
on TV because they supposedly have a show or
Right.
something. But I would
Yeah.
never hire her. And it's not because I'm concerned about my man. It's just that I don't know what you would do. Your integrity.
Yeah.
So people feel like, and people are fickle. The fans or the people who's outside in the world who's liking these people, because they go so much as how you look. That's how they do with Porsha. If you look away, they don't care what you do. You could do kill somebody. They don't care. They will continuously, big you up, and nobody holds you accountable. And I think that just
Right.
burns the end of your soul. Like you're not really growing as a person,
Mm-hmm.
because all the stuff you do wrong is really going to be, you're going to be taxed on it. So
Right.
I feel like that
Right.
is crazy. And what do you think
Yeah.
about what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think the girl just seen an opportunity and she ran with it. She knew that they was, like you said, long distance, and she just made her move. I mean, he fell for it, so we got to put a lot of blame on him as well
I
because
don't
he.
even think he fell for it. Like he was on it. He didn't care. Like he wanted to go to the next person because Destiny was on TV, so that was good for him. But now this is a producer. I'm moving on up. Is what he's thinking. He just
Well,
wants an
that's what I mean
opportunity.
when I say he fell for it. He played into the trap, to the game. He fell into whatever it was that producer was trying to, do. He fell right into her lap. So that's what I mean when I say that. Like he take as much blame as she does. They both was wrong. They both knew they had the same person in common, and
Right.
it was just dead wrong. So I think they both was wrong, and we'll see how long that lasts. Just say
But
that.
that's exactly what I'm about to say. I'm saying, you could just look at certain situations. You be like, oh, child, when this girl fall, that fall gonna be hard. That's the same thing I said about Porsha. And look what's going on. I mean, you could just see through certain situations and know, like, why. I feel like it's selling your soul. Like you just going to be out here carrying on, and you think that you're just going to float in life and you're going to do well. In some cases, that's what people do. But then when they fall is really, really hard.
Right, right. Yep.
It,
It catches up to them. All the choices that they made with everybody. I mean, any choice we make, it has a
right.
outcome. So yeah, it would definitely catch up to them, and we'll see how long it lasts. It's definitely good for the show. So
And
I
that's
do.
another thing. These reality
Mhm.
shows, I love them because I like for people to grow and showcase their businesses and grow in their businesses, because that's what the real purpose of these reality shows are. But then they get so tacky and they try to pull each other down, and they doing all kinds of things to each other. Like it's really defeating the purpose. Like you killing your soul and you going down. Period. You're not even doing what the purpose of the show. That's why I like Candy so much, because she
Mhm.
understands the assignment. She
And
understood.
because she's a Taurus, I know. Yeah.
I don't like Destiny is a Taurus too, so it's not just that. Destiny is a Taurus, so
Mhm.
it's not just that. There are other Tauruses that, oh, Quad is a Taurus as well. I used to like Quad a lot. This last season, I'm like, girl, I don't know,
Nah.
lackluster.
Mm,
You
yeah.
said yeah. But
Yeah.
Candy, she knew, because I feel I resonate more with Candy in terms of businesses, helping others, giving people opportunities, making sure, because I feel like if I'm growing, I want everybody around me to grow as well. I get money, I want to show you how to
Yeah.
get money. I'm running a business. Maybe you need to start a business too. I want everybody around me to grow, and that's how Candy is. A lot of
Yeah.
people are not like that. A lot of Tauruses are not like
Yeah.
that. So I understand. That's why I resonate with her. But Destiny, you saw Destiny got arrested?
She did.
Yeah, for identity theft.
You
It's
said Destiny got
identity.
arrested.
Yeah, just recently.
Oh, that was like when she was going through her divorce.
Right. So why
No, when
would
she
the
was going
father
through her
of her child?
divorce.
Yeah, but they just had it recently that she got arrested. I don't. I It may stem from that same situation, but she actually just got arrested or whatever.
Mm.
But that's a weird situation because she had that beauty shop, that beauty supply store, and then something happened with that,
Yeah.
and then Mel seemed like she had to
Mm-hmm.
loan her money for a situation. So it's like, what is going on with you, Destiny, as far as your finances, as far, because I
Yeah,
felt like she moved from
I
city to
like that.
city,
I like
state to
her.
state. You like Destiny?
Yeah, I do. I do. I mean,
I mean, it's okay.
yeah, I
It's
do.
it's okay.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
nothing bad about it. I think I liked her in the beginning. Well, I go back and forth with people because it depends on how you display things. But you know who my favorite. So when she
yeah.
fell out with Mel, I felt like I resonated with Mel, with what she had to say about her.
Okay.
So
But see,
and then
that's
when
just coming out though. That's just coming out. That part.
what?
So what was the problem before this? That why they fell out is just really coming to surface. Like and now she's going to speak on that in the upcoming episode. So we don't really know what the falling out was before that. When you said
But you know I'm
you agree.
intuitive. I don't really need to know exactly what's going on to know that there's something nefarious happening. So like before
Yeah,
Mel had a falling out with Tisha and them, I like Tisha, but then I started to see her personality. It's like you start to see them as who they are and the things they talk about. But I feel like a lot of them they are jealous of Mel. No?
yeah, yeah. There may be a little envious personalities in that circle, but
Well you know Tisha is.
yeah, yeah,
She tries to do
but
everything she does.
yeah. It was more so, I think, when Mel fell, it was like Tisha took the opportunity. Like before that, and Mel was up here, you know, Tisha was, playing her part down here. But soon as Mel and her divorce and everything happened, it was like Tisha kind of,
Do you see that as a fall though? Because she has a divorce? I don't see that as a fall. I see that as an assertion. I
well,
felt
no. No, she definitely ain't for in that way. In that way, she didn't. I'm just saying. I mean, she didn't get married to get divorced. So I'm just saying that I'm not saying she
yeah,
failed her life and all that. She's doing real good for herself. I'm not saying that.
right. I felt that that was a necessary divorce, and I understood it. Like I saw when she made the decision to have her baby, the last baby, even though her marriage was kind of rocky. I felt like when she found out, or she found out about her divorce, like she ain't waste no time, and I respect that. I love that she did that. Let me get out of here. And then all the while you could tell that she was the
Yeah.
backbone of the business. She knew how to carry herself, she knew how to speak at events, and this guy needed her, and he realized that too. That's so crazy. This is
Mm-hmm.
Sydney. Sydney, I'm on my live. Hi.
Oh, you on live?
Yes, get on. Y'all come get on my live.
What's your live on YouTube?
Yeah, I gave you. I sent you the link. All right. Yeah. Hi, Emma. But I felt like, yeah, I felt good about how she progressed and she moved on or whatever. And
Right.
what do you like the new couple? Not they not really new, but what's their names? The Nell and the other, the Fletchers.
Yeah, they didn't need to be like at the forefront. They could have just been the friends in the back.
Because they got a lot of stuff in their family dynamics, right?
Yeah, I seen something like that with the son or something out
The
and his daughter
son,
and
and then he has a daughter, and then she has
right,
some kids, and then they have the kids together. It's like,
right.
what is going on here?
Yeah,
But
I
but
guess
now
they're gonna make it a storyline.
I see now that they're gonna try to make Nell and Mel have a problem. It's like everybody who close to Mel, then they want to turn against her. It just
Yeah,
came out
I
that
don't know.
that Mel, the lady Nell, was a
Mhm.
side chick to her husband, because that's what his
Yes.
daughter said. So it came out that that was an issue, and then she's trying to say that Mel and what's his name, Martell, go back and forth, go back and forth. So I'm looking at her like, so what? They go back and forth. You and your husband broke up for almost 2 years. So what does that mean that they broke up? And I think she feels that because she's an elder to them, that she's superior. But
Hmm.
she
Hmm.
Mel was more responsible in her dealing with her husband. She bounced, because I understand that the Fletcher husband likes to mess with young girls. I don't know. That's allegedly. Put that on the screen, allegedly, because I don't really know how that works. But that's the situation.
Hmm.
So if Mel found out her husband was cheating and doing something and she bounced, you don't have the nerve. You think she should have stayed in that relationship? Because I think that's what Mel's problem with Nell's problem with Mel is, that she should have stayed in the relationship. She shouldn't get him arrested, or she shouldn't do stuff like that. I don't feel like that is why that's what she should do. But
No, I
I
don't
don't
need.
like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that they are breaking, that she has a problem with her, that they're not going to be, they're not as close as they were. You like Kimmy?
Who?
Kimmy.
She's okay. I don't think she add much, but she's okay.
Okay. I felt like I had liked her in the beginning, but then I feel like she feels like she has to be there for, what's her name? Her sister-in-law. Just because that's your sister-in-law don't mean she's
Her
right.
sister-in-law. Yeah.
Tisha.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
I feel like
Right.
just because
Yeah.
she's there does not mean that you have to agree with her. Like I felt like I liked Kimmy because she kept it real. But then it seemed like
Yeah.
her and Mel was getting close, and Tisha and her husband and them didn't like that. So I felt like they said something to her. And then she started to switch over. So every
Yeah.
time she needs to speak up about a situation, she backtracks because that's her sister-in-law. That's not real. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. So those are the things that makes me feel like y'all not really real. Like I can't go with what y'all bringing to the table because you're not being honest with yourself. I don't know. Maybe I'm strict. Maybe I'm too strict, but I like to be honest with myself. I
Oh
like
yeah.
to know where I stand with people. If me and you don't get along, that's fine. Let's just say we don't get
Hmm.
along. If we get along, let's feel like I like to feel like I can talk to you. I don't want to feel guarded when I'm talking to somebody. I feel there's a lot of fakery going on, so
Yeah.
that's why I keep my circle
Yeah, I
really
get that.
close.
I
I don't
understand
want
that.
people.
I,
I don't. So, what did you think about
yeah,
the cousin
I get that. I get that.
Kiki?
It's always two sides.
Right, it's always two sides, but I'm gonna stick to my side.
No.
What did you think about Kiki?
Yeah. 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 I thought she was messy. Um, Real messy, and I don't appreciate how she was on the show.
You
Yeah.
know how they grew up together, right? I mean, you know how the dynamics about how they grew up. Kiki was supposedly the person
No. What?
who had the affluential life. Kiki had the affluential life. She lived in a house. She was, her father and I guess her parents were working parents. Tisha lived in the projects and didn't have the lifestyle that Kiki had. So I guess it was almost like sibling rivalries, although they're cousins. Like
Yeah.
Tisha felt like I'm going to get ahead. I'm going, she's determined because sometimes that inspires you to want to do better. And
Hmm.
then I guess this is what I understand about kids who grow up. and affluence. And I'm not saying she was rich or crazy like that. I'm just saying she had a better upbringing than Tisha. But what I'm saying is once you get older, it's hard to maintain that, outside of the dependence of your parents. So she got on drugs. She got on drugs. She went through a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like they fighting each other to be on top of each other, like crabs in the barrel,
Mm-hmm.
instead of trying to, embrace each other. Maybe they could have worked together to be better cousins, start
Right.
businesses together, do something. So that's how that works. So she was messy, but Tisha is messy too. But I
She's
get what you're
gotten
saying.
messy. She's gotten messy. But yeah, I think there was some underlying jealousy there on Kiki part.
Yeah, it is.
And
But I think what I'm
and she
saying, I
brought it
think
to
it
the
goes
show.
both ways. Huh?
She brought it to the show. It was Tisha's show. Tisha was on the show first. She brought it to the show, and I'm glad they took her off. Like she don't need to come back.
Well, now that she messed with Mel, she's not coming back. She's not coming back because
Exactly.
now you.
Thank you for your services. Thank you for your services.
Yes, and you definitely messed with the wrong person now. Like, thank you so much for your services. Bye bye.
Bye
Yeah,
bye.
I
Yes.
get that. I get that. That
Mhm.
is crazy. Who else
Yeah.
is on that show that's worth talking about? Because I don't want to talk about Martell. I don't want to talk about Martin Luther King. You know who Martin Luther
Martin
King
Luther
is,
King.
right?
That is so funny. I didn't even know they called him that. Like I missed that part.
That's
Mm-mm.
what Mel started calling Maurice. He always got that suit on. He's all stuffy. He's like, here you go, Martin Luther King. So I don't want to talk about him, and I damn sure don't want to talk about Marcel. Okay, so who else? Oh,
Yeah.
Carlos.
Yeah.
Carlos has gotten very
Okay.
messy, 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 messy boots.
He has. Yes, he has. He has.
Again,
Do you ever
I
watch
used to
his
like him.
you ever watch his like commentary? Him and from Married to Medicine? They
Elaine,
got their little who?
Elaine. You ain't gonna know her by that name, but nobody wants to call her heavenly because she's not heavenly. She is very evil and
Right.
nasty. They said they saw on one of
Right.
the shows that she said that her name is Elaine. So they just refer to her
Get
either as
out.
the dentist or Elaine because nobody wants to call her that.
I never
So,
know
but
that.
no, I
Okay.
never watched them because I can't get with certain spirits. I can't, and it resonates on the scene. I can't deal with it. So I have never
Okay.
I've never watched any of the shows. I really, like I said, I was gonna stop watching these reality shows all along, but the way Carlos, I think Carlos used to work on Bravo, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And did you know why he
Yeah.
got fired?
No.
Supposedly he was the one who fed Phaedra that information about Candy, the dungeon, and all that kind of stuff. So that's
Okay.
why him
Okay.
and Candy had a falling out or whatever. Portia dodged the bullet yet again after she done fought Kenya, fought Cynthia, and then did this thing with Phaedra towards Candy. It's like,
Right.
wow. So yeah, that was one of the reasons why.
I think I kind of heard about that. That I forgot about that. That he was the one that fed the information. That was so messed up. I hated that.
Yeah,
I hated
that
that.
it's like how
I,
how
I
can you
still, yeah, I still don't like her.
who
Yeah,
you're like who?
Phaedra.
Oh
Phaedra.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
don't like her either. I don't.
yeah, yeah,
I don't like
yeah,
her at all. So
yeah. Mm,
and
nope.
that's how I know like it's time to get out of this stuff because I could tell that you can have good positive shows and interesting because I've seen a lot of loving shows. I'm like, ooh, this really felt good. Like you don't have to have all that drama and trauma and all kinds
Yeah.
of backstabbing and fighting and stuff to have a good show. So they just
Yeah.
messy for nothing. It's
Yeah.
good to see people thriving and doing people doing well. So I'm not. I really don't understand why they had to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who? What other show is? What other show is it? We don't. Oh,
Um, but
we got to. Who do you think is winning with Simon and Portia?
I don't know. They both at this point they both saying stuff on social media. I don't even really follow it at this
What
point. I'm like,
what's
what?
funny is
But
that I stopped following both of them, and I felt like they were made for each other. She, he's a Gemini, and she's a Cancer, but I think she's a June Cancer. She acts more like a Gemini to me. I mean,
mm,
every sign is not all the same, so I'm just putting it out there. I just know some certain characteristics. I know you're a
yeah,
Cancer. I do not put
yeah,
you in mine or Portia.
yeah.
So let me
Okay,
clear that up.
okay,
let
okay.
me just make that clear before I say
Yeah.
anything. But I feel like if I had to pick between them, who I want to win, it would be him because Portia has
Okay.
done too much. I don't
Wow.
like the way she takes advantage of God. She try to when she's down and out after she do all kinds of slimy things to people.
Yeah.
Then she try
Yeah.
to act like she praying to God. We went through so much with her with Cordell and then Dennis. And then did you watch the show with her? I did a piece on her as well. I'm gonna put that in the link. So did you watch the
Okay.
show with her and what is it? Her the Porsche Family Matters or something like that.
I
It,
saw some of it. I saw that fight with the family. That was
yeah, like
crazy.
that is crazy. She trying to fight Dennis's
His
mother.
mama. Yep. Mm-hmm. That
I
was
mean, it was
crazy.
just so much. Like I'm not for her anymore. When I first started watching these shows, she came on the show. I had a soft heart for her. I wanted to be her coach. I wanted to help her out. I didn't like how Kenya was picking on her because that's what I felt she was doing. I had no
Mm.
idea this chick was like this.
Yeah,
I have
and I
no
and
respect
if,
for her.
and if you watch Kenya, I mean, if you watch Portia, she wasn't always like that. It was like I don't know if she suppressed it when she was with Cordell or whatever, like, and it was just always there. And then as soon as she
Right.
had the opportunity, got this new girl. But I remember I seen her in the background in the very early seasons of Housewives. She was like
Mm-hmm.
at Sheree's 40th birthday party. She was in the background. She had short haircut, and I seen her in the background. Like she seemed like she just wanted to be that girl and just wasn't that girl at that time. So I don't
Right.
know if it was like it was in there, it was in her, but she didn't have that opportunity to really like bring it to the surface or whatever. But I don't know. Yeah, she just
That's something that that's a good point you just made because I was just watching before we got on live. I was just watching episode with them. They was doing a reunion, and I think she had braces on. She looked totally different. I'm like, yeah,
different.
she really didn't feel good about herself. Now she thinks she is
No,
that girl. She is
right.
really thinking but that's not pretty. Is pretty does. If you do pretty, then you could be pretty. I don't think nothing she does is beautiful at all. She's not beautiful.
Wow.
She's not talented. I just think that wow, she's just mean and nasty and always trying to get over. It's like, did they grow up poor? Why you want to take everything from somebody? Now you're trying to take this man's house. Like
Yeah, yeah,
I don't I don't
yeah.
understand how this is. How
Somebody's
it's.
pulling the puppet strings. Somebody's pulling the puppet strings on her. I don't know who it is.
But they feel like they say this girl be all over in Atlanta. Like she's been with different people. She's doing. she's doing her thing. She'll have no problem getting with. And I feel like she likes to get with other people men. She likes people who are unavailable to her so that she can seem like she's the prize. I feel like
Yeah.
that's what her issue is. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
know
Mm-hmm.
why she has to be like that, why she wants to, interfere in other people's life. But as you can see with Dennis, she and Cordell, like she really, really can't hold her own man.
Yeah. Remember that
But
time she wanted the guy to sign a contract?
and that's what I'm saying. She wanted him, and he was like, "What? I ain't signing no contract."
I'm gonna get this man. I'm gonna get him. You gonna sign
It
a
was a
contract?
baby contract. It was a
Yeah,
baby contract. It wasn't even a contract. It was a baby contract. So are you
I
kidding me?
know. Are you?
So
I know. If
that
she
that
look back at that now, she probably be like, "Oh my God, what was I thinking? I played myself." Yeah, yeah. So
no, no, but I just think things are just twisted in her mind. She thinks she the it girl or whatever. First of all, you 42 years old. Act as such. You're not 21, so the it factor is over. You could be
yeah,
you could be a very virtuous woman. You could be a beautiful woman. You could be that, but stop trying to act like everything you do is it. That's what I feel like. So
yeah,
somebody had commented on one of
yeah,
my posts, on one of the things that I had, somebody had commented and said, "Well, it's okay for her to, to have a good body, and it's okay for her, and her mother really can't tell her much." I said, "Yeah, that's fine. It's okay, but nobody's telling her anything. So
yeah,
obviously, she has these people in her corner that are not telling her the right things, or like we was talking about, taking accountability for what's going on in your life. And
yeah,
also, yeah, she could work out, she could take care of her body, she could do good, but it's almost like you're using your powers for evil. You want
yeah,
to pull other people men to you to act like you are taking other people men. That's not good. That's not nice.
yeah,
And you
yeah.
said you go ahead. What you say?
Everything has an expiration.
you know how long are you going to do this for? That's how I feel.
Yeah,
How long are you going to do this for? So
right.
you said, what about Shamia? What do you think about Shamia? How long are you going to do this for? That's how I feel. How long are you? What
Man,
don't you like about her?
I don't know. I don't know. I see her. She plays a lot of sides too.
I feel like she's on there for her friend, like she does what her friend wants. But I feel the
Mm,
mother does that. I feel the sister does that. They all enablers. Like they enable her. But then she wasn't there for Shamia's wedding. She wasn't there for the things that Shamia had going on. So
yeah.
when is she loyal
And
to
remember,
you
they had
guys?
that slight falling out. They had that slight falling out that time, and then her and Candy became BFFs at one point. So it was
Right,
weird. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, it was weird. And then her and Kenya was cool when they were pregnant together. Like it's like,
Right.
girl, pick a side, pick a side. Yeah, no,
But
no,
I feel
she
like they
don't do it
so
for me.
grown. Like you should be friends. You should be able to be friends with whoever you want to be friends with. But
Yeah,
why? I feel like with Porsha, you have to pick a side. Like if you're my friend, then you can't be her friend or something like that. Because I think they said that Candy had Porsha me on the show, but I didn't remember that. I thought Porsha did.
she was pushing friend. Me too. I don't know. I know her and Candy are cool, but I don't. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't
All right.
know. But yeah, we'll see how this new season go. But
I'm not tuning in. I'm gonna
I
tell
always
you, I'm
like Kenya.
tuning in right now. I'm not tuning in. I'm not. I'll hear out because everything is playing out on social media anyway. So do we really need a show?
That's true too. Yeah, that's
It,
true.
how much of the footage are they going to get?
Yeah, that's true. Everything does play out on social media, or we'll hear
Like
all the highlights. Yeah,
right, and then
yeah,
Portia trying to gather people who's going to be on the show. Who's this new
yeah.
person? Who are
Right.
you to be telling us what we're doing, what's going on? So I really don't want to see her. I do not. care for her. I don't want to see her. I'm not. She's not getting no viewership. As a matter of fact, I'm taking it off my what is it? My cable box. You know how it records. I'm taking that off of there. I'm not recording anything. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see any of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Shamia, they always say that Shamia is the lifestyle that Porsha really wants. But
Oh.
I don't see her. You said, oh,
Huh.
because she has an African man. He has his own money. They have a house. She just bought him a Rolls Royce, so she can't film in this house. They going back and forth with Simon doesn't want her to film in the house.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know either. We'll see. I know they got a lot to say on social media.
They got a lot of
Both of
stuff.
them.
Let me see. There was this clip I saw of Child Simon's having him a good time. He must have won something in court lately because he just grinding in this restaurant like he's is very happy. Let me see if I can see this if I can see if I can find actually the if I can find the clip.
Mm, 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 mm.
Oh gosh. You know how to pronounce his last name?
Nope.
Globadia. I was like,
Go
what?
Badia.
Yeah,
Okay. Go
Globadia.
Badia.
Yeah, Globadia.
Okay.
Let me see. Where Instagram? It's on It's on Instagram.
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to show you him dancing.
Oh, okay. Now, how old is he?
I think he must be like 60 something. I would
Is
say
he?
62. Yeah, I'm
Wow.
thinking.
Okay.
You said now how old is he? Yeah, he like 60 something. This is his third wife.
Third. Okay. His first
Hmm.
American.
One was Jamaican. I think the two boys' mother. She is she was I think she was American, and
Okay.
then Porsha.
Okay.
All right, so I think I found it. Hold on. Oh, let me go here. Did it leave already? I just saw it before I got on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was getting it in, child. Oh, it keep bouncing off. So it must have.
I saw
You know
that
how you
post.
only,
Yeah, I saw
huh?
that post. I saw that post that he just put up. Um,
But see,
but I ain't never
you
seen him
know,
dancing.
it only goes on there for 24 hours. It only stays on there for 24 hours. So his 24 hours must have been over, child. But he was in there.
Okay.
Oh, let me. There's someone else that has it on their thing. Hold on. I'm not watching her whole live. Her whole. You do see that this is the story? Did you get that?
Yeah.
Because you was like, I don't know what the story is.
You frozen.
All right, hold on a second. It's coming back.
Girl, what happened?
Can you see me? You can see me now?
Can,
Can you see me? I can see you. I can see
I
you.
don't hear you. I don't hear you no more.
All right, hold on.
Okay, looks like we are having technical difficulties.
Can you hear me now? I hear you fine. Oh, you was in the
Messing
back.
with Simon's page, he don't knock you out, girl.
I know, right? He always try to take somebody out. Hold on a second. Let me come back and come back in.
My
Can you hear
goodies,
me?
not goodies, my goodies, not my goodies, my goodies, not my goodies. Hey, hey, can you hear me? Can you
Yes.
hear me? Hey,
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh
No.
my gosh, girl. Hold on.
Hello.
I'm here. I am here. Hold on a second. What?
Let me
What
put
the
my
hell?
glasses
You can hear better with your glasses on?
on. Mm.
Sean, can you hear me?
I don't see nobody.
All right, hold on, Sergeant. Because I don't want to. Oh, okay. Music said he can hear me. Good.
Okay. So let me get out because I don't hear her.
They said they can hear me. Can you hear Tarji?
Keep talking.
He said, he said that's her thinking out loud. Yep, that's her think. That's her thinking out loud. Tarji, can you hear me? Oh gosh, I don't know. All right, Tarji, can you hear me now?
You hear
What
me?
the
You
hell?
hear me?
I hear you.
You hear
Yes,
me?
I
You
yes.
hear me? All right, so I'll just talk, but I can't hear you no more.
Oh my gosh,
That
what the
damn
hell?
Simon video just kicked you out.
I know. Oh gosh. Hold on a second.
But
I don't
music
want to
said he
go.
can hear you.
I know. He just said, yeah, but her internet. He said your internet is
My
messing up.
internet is messing up.
Yeah. So see if you can come back in, because I don't want to let it go. See if you can come back in. Like take your take yourself off the camera, and then I'll put you back up and have her click the link and come back. Yes, come back. Thanks, music. Hey, Sean. Tarji, when you coming back? Yeah, she went all the way out and remove on the square and let her click on the link and come back. Okay. I think that's what she's doing. Oh, shucks, you got an error message. Oh my gosh, she got an error message. She just showing me screenshots. Okay, I'll wait. Does she have to call Verizon now? She has to. All right, let me see if I can send her the link again. Damn, all because of Simon. Try to get Simon, show Simon on the video. Can't do nothing with Simon. That's that bad energy. Shut down and come back. All right, let's see. I don't want to end this live. Do you have phone? She said her internet is just spinning. Okay, so she kind of connected here. She got broadband. Okay, I see her now.
Said Sean. Sean.
You know he was saying something smart, right? He want to know if you
Sean,
had to
what you said?
if you had to call Verizon. Did you have broadband? Like what is going
I
on?
have Comcast. I'm on internet all the time working, and I don't be having these problems. Ever since you went to that damn Simon
I
page,
just said Simon had bad energy, child. That's why I tell you, I do not connect with these people. That energy.
Simon said, "Y'all want to talk about me? That's a wrap. That's a wrap right
I was
there."
trying to show him in a good light. I was showing him dancing. He was happy. Oh
Nuh-uh.
God. Look, yeah, Sean is too silly. My mentor is in here, Music 101. He was telling me to tell you what to do. You did everything. You look like you just traveled from a long way to get back to this internet here, child. You can hear me?
What he was telling me to do?
Everything that you did, like sign out and come all the way back in.
Hold on, we spinning. We spinning. Hold
We
on.
ain't spending, it's you.
What is going on?
Maybe you You're
Okay,
gonna
it
have to get
stopped.
you
What
some
he said?
prime time internet. He was telling me to tell you to go all the way out. What happened? I see you.
I don't know. I hear you.
All right,
I
so you
see
good?
you.
Okay, so
We see
what's
each other.
up? We see each other. All right, Candy. Yes, we see each other. I got you.
We see each other.
All right, so where were we? Forget about Simon and them. That's bad energy. As soon as we start talking about them, they messed up our internet. Who else is on the who else is on the block? Who else we talking about?
Who else? Who else? Who else was on there?
But do you see how self-worth and self-development all ties into everybody that we talked about tonight? All the issues that we talked about, like the Joe, the
Yeah,
Diddy,
yeah.
the Tahiry. Oh, you know who I forgot to mention? Cameron. What? Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Did you watch that video
Yeah.
with Cameron?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Mm. Who?
Cameron. Oh my God, this girl is crazy.
Oh, oh.
Did you watch the video?
I saw the clip with him on CNN.
So what did you think?
Like, why he even agreed to go on the show?
Well, did you see previous times that he's going on like what's his name? Bill O'Reilly, and times when he and that time he got shot. I just don't think he's a prime time type person. So
No.
he's not going to allow you. Okay, he's not going to allow you to use him to get into the culture to find out what's going on. You know, he said he has
Yeah,
positive
yeah,
stuff going
yeah,
on. So why would y'all call me here to ask me about Diddy?
yeah.
He brought out his product. He,
Oh, he did. I
he said
see
he took
that.
out his product.
What's his
His product
product?
is supposed to be like a huh? It's supposed to be like a male enhancement drink. He said he was going to get some cheeks later. And he actually said it on there. And he says,
Uh,
I think he was acting so ignorant, like that made me laugh so hard. Cause it's like, you're not gonna use me to talk about this man. You know, I don't know. I'm not friends with him. I don't know anything about him. However, I am going to be here to promote my products and to talk about all the good stuff that I have going on. But I feel him in a way because
mm-hmm.
Mace was connected to Diddy. Why would y'all ask me to come? Why y'all ain't ask Mace to come?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
when he was saying stuff,
yeah. They
he
try
said,
to.
"Well, what did you think?" God, I feel like we delayed.
We are.
All right, so go ahead and say what you was gonna
We are.
say.
Yeah, I couldn't really hear you. You were going in and out. You said, why would they bring him on the show to talk about Diddy when Mace was the one close to him? So I agree with that. And I agree. I didn't know he was on his show. I didn't know he was promoting his stuff while he was on there too.
Well, he took advantage of that because he felt like, why would you call me here to ask me about another man? You know, y'all don't call me for other stuff. I got other stuff going on. I have a
Yeah.
show. You know, we do positive things in the community. I have products. Why you not
Okay.
asking me about that? Why would you call me up here
Okay.
to ask me about this man? So I understood what he was
That
doing,
was
and I felt it
I
was
like that.
hilarious.
Yeah.
You like
I
that?
like that too. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I didn't know that's what it really was. Like, I didn't know. I thought, he agreed. Like they usually tell you what type of questions they gonna ask you, or what they can't ask you, or what they can ask you. So I thought he was prepared.
Well, that
A smart ass.
well, they said that he knew what he was coming in for. Apparently, he brought his product with him, so he knew what he was going to do regardless. So you calling me up here, he was like, "Yeah." I mean, I don't know what it was, but say for instance, they said, "Yeah, we're going to ask you some questions about Diddy or whatever." He was like, "Yeah, okay. Let me take my products. Let me take whatever I have, and let me
Yeah,
go over here and see, what all they gonna ask me, because the only answers I have is what my product is." But he had me
yeah.
cracking up when he was saying, when she said, "Did you recognize him?" He was like, "What you mean? Did I recognize him? I ain't zoom in on him to see if that was him or not, but shit, it looked like him." I felt like he was sounding so ignorant, but he was kind of doing it on purpose. Like, what? And then he was like, "Who's the talent agent here? Who booked me for this? Like, what's going on?" Like, that was hilarious. I know people felt like, see, that's another thing. People take things so seriously. They don't know how this media thing works. They think because it's CNN or it's a platform where there's a lot of, let's say, white people there, that you're supposed to be a certain way. But they're not looking at the fact that they're trying to use him to talk about this other man, which he has nothing to do with. He said, like he said, "I don't know him like that. I know of him. I know him. We friendly, but we're not friends. I wasn't signed to him. Mace was. So why y'all not asking him? Why y'all asking me? Like, I don't care about it." So that was hilarious. And I felt like he did the right
Right.
thing. We all know about his
Yeah.
products, right?
Yeah. No, what is his products?
I told you it was the male enhancement drink. They said that sold out.
Oh.
They said it's $25 a
Oh.
bottle. He was selling it by the cases. They started to look it up because that's a selling point. That was a marketing employee for him. That's what he did to market his products. Don't come asking me questions about somebody else when I got stuff going on. So I get
So
it.
he only got it for the men. He don't got nothing for the women.
I don't know, but I'll find out for you. I'll look into it and I'll find out. Maybe it's unisex. I don't know. Let me see what the people say.
Okay.
Look, let me see what the people say. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know what he had. I think I heard it. The name is Pink Horse or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to get some cheeks later. And then he actually started to drink it while he was there. Like that. I mean, that's going to go down
Oh,
as
sure.
that was really funny. So he's really going to have a good play
Yeah.
with that. The one when he was on Bill O'Reilly, it was him and Dame Dash. They was wagging their fingers at him, telling him
Yes.
that they got his number. So I felt like that
I
one
remember
was
that. I
funny
was gonna
too.
bring
Like,
that up.
this is what I'm trying to tell you. Do your research before you invite people over there and say something. At least talk about what he has going on first, and then try to
Yeah.
get some questions
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. What do you think about the Wendy Williams documentary that came out?
I couldn't even watch it. But see, here's
You didn't
here's
watch it
where I
at all?
say toxicity is expensive. When you start to get toxic with people's lives and being salacious and doing nasty things, and I'm people saying she was a reporter and that's what she's supposed to do, but it's a course. You pay a price for that. It's expensive. Look how she went down. Her husband took her money.
Yeah.
He had another baby. Then they say her son was spending a lot of her money on Uber Eats and things like that, but astronomical amount of money. All these years she put into her career to kind of drag people down. And then look what happened at the end. Like, I wouldn't want that for nobody, but this is again why this platform is so important, because I'm trying to teach people how you contribute to your own downfall. You do things
Yeah.
viciously, you want to be nasty. We know a lot of people who contributes towards that lifestyle, and they just don't understand how this tears you down in the end. It may be
Yeah.
fun. They call
Yeah.
her the queen of gossip and all that kind of stuff, but that's just no way to live. That's no way to live by somebody else's downfall. And like we said, everything tonight we talked about with all these
Yeah.
people, there's a course to these reality shows. There's a course to the soul about Carlos and how these reality shows are fighting with people. They may look like they living on a high hog now, but they're gonna pay a price. So it felt sad knowing this because I don't think people really resonate with how this stuff tears you down. It
Yeah.
costs you money
Right.
and it
Yeah.
costs your
And they
health.
always say you gotta have thick skin. Yeah.
Ain't no
Yep.
skin thick enough to cause you your health and take your money away.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
crazy,
She
right?
definitely fell hard. She fell hard.
And wasn't that what I was saying in the beginning? Like you fall hard. Like there's no way. And I don't even think it back to Puffy, thinking about her, thinking about R. Kelly. They're not thinking about. They just think they're getting away with all this stuff, and then they realize later on that, damn, their life went like before their eyes. They like deteriorating before. Like you have to go through the process of going down. Did you watch the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you
I
like it?
did. I did. It was really sad. I
See,
thought it
I
was just
couldn't watch.
sad. It wasn't really much to like.
Right. See, I couldn't do it because I can't see myself. I'm so sensitive. I can't see myself. I watched her other show before, like when she did. I think it was a 3-part series on Netflix. I watched that before, but I knew I couldn't watch this. I don't like how her
Okay.
body looked. I didn't like how her eyes. It
Yeah.
just was sad to me, and I wish I could convey to so many people how this type of lifestyle is destructive. That's why I made it my point when I said when I get on here, my message has to be different than what other people are doing on YouTube. But I wanted to use other people that they can relate to. Like if I talk
Okay.
about
Okay.
Porsche, if I talk about Diddy, they can relate to these people and understand. Because if I talk about my mother or I talk about my brother or somebody, it's like I don't know those people. So I try to tie it into people that people can relate to. You know how I am. You know me for years, so you know my message is always my message.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You stuck? You stuck again?
Yeah. Just in and out, 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 in and out.
So talk. Let me see.
Thirsty.
Oh, you me?
Thirsty. You thirsty.
Yeah, I
You
only
with
got a
that
little bit left.
glass.
I only got a little left. It's not. It's
Okay.
not dark liquor. It's tea. I just had COVID, so I gotta feel
Okay.
better.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's over. So, what'd you think about her husband wanting more money? We stuck again, girl.
I didn't hear what you
I said,
said.
what'd you think about her husband wanting more money? Let me see what Sean's saying. Sean's toxicity is expensive. That's right.
You said
But
want more
crazy but
money?
true. Her husband, remember her husband wanted because she was supposed to pay him a certain amount of money per month. And now that she wasn't, she didn't have the ownership of her money, her husband wanted to make sure that they give him money, but I don't think they did.
Yeah, I think he got enough.
Music said the internet got you stressed out.
Yeah, I think he got enough of it. I think
I can't hear you. Come on, we rooting on you. Come on, get the internet together.
Mhm. I ain't moving. I'm not
all right,
moving.
so
I've
stay
been
right
in
there.
one spot.
Now, what you say
I took my plug out
about the
my
money? What you do? What did
the battery. I don't know.
battery? What did you say about her husband? You good? I see you moving, but I don't hear what you're saying. Targina, this is hilarious. I don't know what kind of printer she got. This is not a printer. You talking about a computer? Let me see if I can send Ava computer over to you because I don't know what the hell is going on with your internet.
Me either.
All right, you can hear me now.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. So what were you saying about her husband?
Yeah, you just going in and out. Now you froze.
This I don't know why this is so funny to me, but it's funny because technology
I
can be very
said,
tricky.
I think he got enough for her money.
No, he said he didn't get enough.
Technology
He wants the rest of his money.
is not at his finest.
Okay, keep talking.
He said, "What about her money?" I said he got enough of it.
No, he said that he wants whatever he was due. He wants all of it. He got enough of it. He got more than what he should have gotten, but he wants more.
You hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Huh?
I heard you. Well, I don't know. I think this is going to be the end of the road for us tonight. But I'm gonna make sure. You know how you join a job and they send you equipment. I think I'm gonna have to send her some equipment so that she can so that she can get on the internet properly. Because I don't know what's going on with her internet. But I do appreciate that she showed up and that she tried and kept coming back in. We did have a good conversation tonight. I'm happy that our conversation we got to the very end before all this stuff started. I appreciate everybody that showed up and talked and wrote questions and said, you know, various things. I can see there's people watching, so I really appreciate it. Next time we get on, thank you, music. Thank you. I appreciate it. Next time we get on, I'm gonna try to make sure the internet. But I'm telling you, every time I get on the internet when I'm doing a master class or something, it's always something that happens. So I'm not surprised. I'm glad I was able to laugh at this. I had a good time tonight. So I'm gonna end this for now. And we're gonna do this again another time. And we're gonna have of course different topics. But thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate you. Thank you, music. Thank you, Sean. Thank y'all very much. Have a good night.